Hello everyone, grade 9 students. Welcome to English class. Today I am going to start your new chapter, unit number 3, The Little Girl. The Little Girl, this story is about the little girl. This story has written by Catherine Mansfield. She is a writer. Before explanation, let us see the before you read. Do you feel you know your parents better now than when you were much younger? When you're small, your parents behave with you. At that time, it's better. Do you feel you know? Do you understood? Do you feel when your parents, when you're young, when you're small, your parents were better? Let's see. Perhaps you now understand the reasons for some of their actions that used to upset you earlier. Perhaps now you understood why your parents protest you. They are not allow you to something you are doing wrong, something you are playing mischiefs, playing pranks. So they are protest you. They are not allowed you. So their actions that used to upset you, their actions, they are scared you, they are feared you, they are scolding you many of times because of your pranks, and you get upset. Now you better understood why your parents better when you are young. This story about a little girl whose feeling for her father changed from fear to understanding will probably find an echo in every home. This story about a little girl whose feeling for her father, that small girl here, look at here, this is the small girl, and her parents, they are busy in their work. Her mother is busy in reading, her father slept. They don't have time. They never spend time with her child, with the little girl. Let's see. The girl whose feeling of her father changed from fear to understanding. Now this small girl were feared to her father because her father always scold to the little girl because of her mischiefs. Changed from fear to understanding. After some years, when she grown up, she understood her father is good, her father is better. So her fear changed into understanding will probably find an echo in every home. And probably gradually she understood her father's nature, why he scolded her, and she understood her father very well. And find an echo in every home. Echo means here distant sound is happened in every home. When her father scold her, she get feared, and because they are getting angry to her. She has played mischiefs. She plays has something wrong. So her father speak loudly with that little girl. He scold her. Okay, what happened? Let's see. To the little girl, he was a figure to be feared and avoided. Every morning before going to work, he came into her room and gave her casual kiss. To the little girl, he was figure. The little girl has made image in her mind, made a figure in her mind to be feared and avoided. A figure to be feared means a person to be here feared. A person who is very fearable, and she made image in her mind and she was trying to avoid him. Every morning before going to work, he came into her room and gave her casual kiss. Every morning when her father is going to work, he came into her room and gave a casual kiss to her. To which she responded with a goodbye, father. When after that she replied her father, goodbye, father. And oh, there was a glad sense of relief when she heard the noise of carriage growing fainter and fainter down the long road. When her father was moving towards the work, she heard the faint sound. Fainter means a faint sound of her father's carriage, father's car and she get sense of relief. She felt relief. She was getting relaxed and she was happy when her father left from her home. In the evening, when he came home to the home, she stood near the staircase and heard his loud voice in the hall. In the evening, when her father returned to home, she was standing in the near to the staircase. She heard the loud voice. She heard the voice. What her father said, "Bring my tea into the drawing room. Hasn't the paper come yet? Mother, go and see if my paper's out there. And bring me my slippers." When her father returned to home from work, she gave order loudly, "Bring my tea into the drawing room." He gave order, "Bring my tea into the drawing room. Hasn't the paper come yet? There is no new papers." Till he's telling, "Mother, go and see if my papers out there." He's asking her mother, "Please go and see the papers. Is there outside? Bring me my slippers." And bring my slippers. Kezia mother would call to her, "If you are a good girl, you can come down and take off the father's boots." Her mother, that little girl name was Kezia, and her mother calling her, "Kezia, if you are a good girl, you can come down, take off father's boot." Her mother said to, "If you are a good girl, you have to take out your father's boots." Slowly the girl would slip down the stairs. Slowly the girls come down. Slip down means come down quietly to the stairs. More slowly still across the hall. She does not want to come. She did not want to come downside because her father there. She was feared and unwillingly she did not want to meet him. But her mother said to her, "Bring shoes," and she came down. By that time he had his spectacles on and looked at her over them in a way that was terrifying to the little girl. Her father was looking at the Kezia over her spectacles. Or spectacles means a glass he has over, and he was looking at the Kezia, and she was getting frightened because her father was looking at her over the spectacles. "Well, Kezia, hurry up and pull off these boots and take them outside. Have you been a good girl today?" Her father said, "Well, Kezia, hurry up, bring my shoes. Okay, are you good girl?" She replied here, "I don't know, father." She said, "I don't know, father." She was taking pause while speaking because she scared her father. She was fearing her father and said like this, "You don't know? If you stutter like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor." Her father said, "If you speak like this, if you take pauses while speaking, your mother will take you to the doctor." Stutter means here, stammer, taking pause while speaking like this. You don't know, like this. Her father said, "If you speak like this, if you taking pauses, if you stammer, your mother will take you to the doctor." She want to fear her means he did not want to fear her child, but he was giving her instruction, "Do not speak like this." She never stuttered with other people, had quite given it up, but only when father, because then she was trying so hard to say the words properly. She never stutters, she never stammers, she never taking pause while speaking with anyone. Had given quite it up. She has given it up means here stop doing it. She stopped here, not only but only with father. Except father, she was speaking like this. She was stammered because she feared her father. Because then she was trying so hard to say the words properly. She was trying to speak properly, but she get fear while speaking with her father. "What's the matter? What are you looking so wrecked about? Mother, I wish you taught this child not to appear on the brink suicide." Brink suicide means here not to alive. someone do not want to live, someone want to commit suicide. Her father asked to that girl, little Kezia, what's the matter? What are you looking so wreck about? Wreck means unhappy. Her father asked to the little girl, why are you looking wreck, unhappy? He said to her mother, Mother, I wish you taught this child not to appear on the brink of suicide. He said to her mother, I wish, Mama, you should teach that girl not to be serious every time. Not to be look like you do not want to live. You should stay happy. Here, Kezia, carry my teacup back to the table carefully. Here, Kezia is giving instruction to Kezia, carry my teacup on the table. You should bring the teacup carefully. He was so big, his hands and his neck, especially with his mouth when he yawned. Thinking about him alone was like thinking about a giant. He was so big. He means here her father was so big, his hand, his neck only. Especially his mouth when he yawned. When he was yawning, her mouth is looking so big. Thinking about him alone was like thinking about a giant. Because she was avoid her father, she did not want to speak with him. So she made an image, image in her mind, made a fearful image in her mind. So once again she imaged he's very big, he's looking giant, he's looking decent. Next, on Sunday afternoons, grandmother sent her down to the drawing room to have a nice talk with father and mother. On the Sunday afternoon, her grandmother sent to her drawing room in the hall to talk with her parent. But the little girl always found mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa. When she came down, she found her mother was busy in reading and her father stretched out, means here her father was slept on the sofa. His handkerchief on his face. He covered his face. Her father covered his face with handkerchief. His feet on one of the base cushion, sleeping soundly and snoring. Her father was snoring here. While snoring means here, a sound come out while sleeping. It's called snore. Her father was sleeping soundly and snoring there. Look at this picture. The little girl always found her mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa. They never spent time with Kezia. She sat on a stool, gravely watched him until he woke and stretched and asked the time, then look at her. She was sat on a stool. Kezia was sat on a stool and she was watching her father seriously. At that time, her father woke. He got up and stretched his arms, stretching his legs and arms, and asked the time. Then he looked at her, look at the Kezia. Don't stare so, Kezia. You look like a little brown owl. He said to the Kezia, don't look at me like a brown owl. One day, when she was kept indoors with cold, her grandmother told her that father's birthday was next week and suggested she should make him a pincushion for a gift out of a beautiful piece of yellow silk. One day when there is cold, Kezia was inside her room because of the cold. Her grandmother told to her, she suggested her, your father has birthday in the next week, so you have to make a pincushion for a gift. So they have a beautiful piece of yellow silk. Her grandmother suggested you should make a pincushion for your father for a gift. Laboriously, with double cotton, the little girl stitched 3 sides. But what to fill it with? Laboriously means with a great effort that little girl Kezia has done. She has taken more effort to make this cushion. She stitched on three sides of this cushion, but what to fill it with? But she has a question in front of her, what to fill it? That was the question. The grandmother was out in the garden. She wandered into mother's bedroom. Wander into means by chance, or you can say here, she went into. Your meaning is wander into means went into, or by chance there is two meaning. So by chance, Kezia went to her mother's bedroom to look for. To look for means in search of scraps. Scraps means pieces of the things, a small cloth or play or paper that are not needed. So she was searching scraps. On the bed table, she discovered a great many sheets of fine paper. On the bed table, there is a table beside her parents' table. She discovered a great many sheets of fine paper. Discovered means she found a great sheets of fine papers there. Gathered them. She collected all the papers, stored them into tiny pieces. After that, she collecting all the papers, she tore them into tiny pieces, small pieces, and stuffed her case. And she stuffed this case with the scrap of these tiny pieces. Then sew up the fourth side. Then she sew up. Sew means she stitched the fourth side. Next paragraph. That night there was a hue and cry in the house. Father's great speech for the port authority had been lost. That night, what happened next day? On next night, there was a hue and cry in the house. There is a huge cry. Means there is a big sound. She heard. Father's great speech for the port authority. Her father had made a speech for the port authority for the function he had made, and it was lost, had been lost. Rooms were searched, all the rooms were searched, servants questioned. Finally, mother came into Kezia's rooms. Kezia, I suppose you didn't see some papers on a table in our room? Her mother asked her. I didn't see some papers in our table. Did you see? Her mother is asking her. I did not get our papers. Did you see these papers? Like that, her mother asked her. Oh yes, she said. She means here, Kezia said, oh yes. I tore them up for my surprise. She said, I tore all the papers for the surprise gift. Whatever she had made for her father's birthday. So she said, surprise. It is surprise for father. What? What? Screamed mother. Her mother screamed loudly. What? Like this. Come straight down to the dining room this instant. Her mother said to Kezia. Immediately come down straight in the dining room. And she was dragged down to where father, pacing to and fro, hand behind his back. And she was dragged down. Her mother dragged her down where her father was pacing to and fro. To and fro, it is a phrase. To go back and forth. To move back and forth in position. It's a way of walking. It's a manner. Her father was walking like this, hands behind his back. Well, he said sharply. Mother explained. He stopped and stared at the child. He means her father stopped back and forth. He stopped there and stared. Stare means look carefully, constantly to at the child, to the Kezia. Did you do that? He asked the question, did you tore the pages? He is asking. No, 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 she whispered. She spoke like this once again. She stammered, no, no. Mother, go up to her room and fetch down the damn thing. Damn, it is the her father is getting angry. So he said, because he is hating the whatever KJ had made for him surprise. So he said that thing, damn. He said to her mother, Mother, go off her room and fetch down. Fetch means bring something. Bring down, damn thing. See that the child put to bed. See that the child KJ has put into bed. Next, crying too much to explain. She say in the shadow room watching the evening light to make a sad little pattern on the floor. KJ was crying too much. She explained while crying. She lay in the shadow room. She was lay inside her room. There is no light and she was watching evening light and she was making a little pattern on the floor because she was sad. Then father came into the room with a ruler in his hands. Next her father came into her room with a ruler. My God, her father came into her room with a ruler in his hands. I'm going to beat you for this, he said. Oh God. He said, I'm going to beat you for this. For this means she has torn the pages, important pages. So he said, I'm going to beat you. Oh no, no, she screamed, hiding under the bedclothes. She screamed loudly, no, no, father, like this. She was screaming, speaking loudly, hiding under the bedclothes. She was hiding herself in the bed, under the bedclothes. He pulled them aside. And he pulled them aside. Her father pulled her. Sit up, he ordered, and hold out your hands. He gave order to Kezia. Hold your hands. Hold out your hands. You must be taught once and for all not to touch what does not belong to you. He said, Kezia's father said to Kezia, you must be taught once. I must taught you once. If the things not belongs to you, you should not touch them. You must not touch them. That is not belong to you. He said, I made it was for your Baba birthday. Like this is stammer. Down came the ruler on her little pink palms. Pink palms here, the Kezia's pink palms. And her father down the ruler on her little. Hours later, when grandmother had wrapped her in a shawl and rocked her in the rocking chair, the child clung to her soft body. Many hours later, when grandmother had wrapped means covered the Kezia with a shawl and rock her. Her grandmother and Kezia both are hug each other and they rock in the rocking chair. They were rocking in the chair. They sat in the rocking chair. The child clung to her soft body and Kezia hugged her grandmother. What did God make fathers for? She sobbed. Kezia was sobbing. She was crying. She was sobbing still because her father scolded her. And he said, I will beat you, I will teach you. Like this he speak with his ruler. So she thought, what did God make fathers for? She is thinking, she said, why did the God has made father like this? It means, here is a clean hanky, darling, blow your nose, go to sleep, pet. You shall forget all about it in the morning. I tried to explain to father, but he was too upset to listen tonight. grandmother said to Kezia, here is a clean hanky. Take it, darling. Blows your nose. Means clean your nose. Go to sleep. You shall forget all about in the morning. I tried to explain your father. I will explain your father everything. But now he is very angry. He is very upset to listen tonight. Now he is very upset, her grandmother said to Kezia. But the child never forgot. They keep remind. They kept remember everything. Next time she saw him, she quickly put both hands behind her back and a red color flew into her cheeks. But the child never forgot. Whatever happened with them, because they keep everything in their mind. Next time she saw him. Next time she means here Kezia saw her father. She immediately put her hands behind her back and red color flew into her cheeks. Red color flew means here her cheeks were getting red. Means she's getting angry. The McDonalds lived next door. They had 5 children. Looking through a gap in the fence, the little girl saw them playing tag in the evening. Tag, it's a children game of catching one another. Tag, it is the game to catching one another. Here, the McDonalds, he is the neighbor of the Kezia's. The McDonalds live next door. So the McDonald live next to the Kezia's door. He is a neighbor. They had 5 children. Looking through a gap. Who was looking here? Kezia was looking through a gap in the fence. There is a fence and she was looking from this gap. The little girl Kezia saw all of them, McDonald's and their 5 children. They are playing tag. They are catching to each other in the evening. The father with the baby, Mao. The father was along with his baby, the baby named Mao, on his shoulders. 2 little girls hanging on to his coat pockets. And the 2 little girls, they were also along with his father. They ran round and round the flowers beds, and they were both the girls were rounding the flowers beds, shaking with laughter. Once she saw the boys turn the hose on him, and he tried to catch them, laughing all the time. Here, all the shaking laughter means here all are enjoying, they are happy. They were enjoying a lot. Once she saw the boys turn the horse on him. Once the boys turned horse, and he tried to catch them, laughing all the time. And the boy he also trying to catch all the girls. So all are they happy? They are enjoying a lot. They are playing. Then she decided there were different sorts of father. Then Kezia thought and she decided there were different types of father. Different sort means different types of fathers. They have different natures. Every person has different nature, but she is thinking like that. Different sorts of father. She understood. She can feel. Next, suddenly one day mother became ill and she and grandmother went to hospital. Suddenly Kezia's mother became ill. She was not well and Kezia's mother and grandmother went to hospital. The little girl was left alone in the house with Alice cook. The little girl means Kezia is here. She left alone at home with Alice. Alice, it's the name of the cook. And the cook Alice was along with the Kezia in their home. That was all right in the daytime. It was okay. She felt Good, because Alice was with her. Look at this picture. MacDonald is playing with their children. And look at this picture here. Her smallest young one child, Mao, he sat on the MacDonald's shoulder. Next, look at the picture here. Here, McDonald's is playing with their children, and look at here. Kezia is watching the McDonald's family and their children. How they are happy, how they are enjoying with their father, and she is describing about different sorts of father. She saw the McDonald's is different sort of father than her father. She is thinking like this. The little girl saw through a gap of McDonald's playing tag in the evening. The little girl here, Kezia, she is watching the McDonald's through this fence. And they are playing tag. They are catching to each other. But while Alice was putting her to bed, she grew suddenly afraid. And after that, Alice was putting on her bed. She was little afraid. She get afraid here. What shall I do if I have a nightmare? She asked. I often have nightmares and then Granny takes me into her bed. I can't stay in the dark. It all gets whispery. Nightmare means here bad dreams. Kezia asked to Alice, what shall I do if I have a nightmare? If I have a bad dream, what shall I do? What I will do? I often have nightmares. She is telling, I had often nightmares. Then Granny takes me into her bed. At that time, Granny was along with me. She slept with me. She slept beside me. And I can't stay in the dark. She is telling, I can't sleep alone in the dark in this room. It all gets whispery. It gets whispery means she can hear the different sound. Different whispery sound. You just go to sleep, child, said Alice, pulling off her socks, and don't you scream and wake your poor pa. Alice, the cook, said to the Kezia, you just go to sleep, Kezia. And she pulled out her socks. Alice removed her socks, and don't you scream. She is telling to Kezia, don't scream, don't shout, wake your poor pa. Means don't wake up your father. Next, but the same old nightmare came, the butcher with a knife and a rope who came nearer and nearer, smiling that dreadful smile. While she could not move, could only stand still, crying out, Grandma, Grandma. She woke shivering to see father beside her bed, a candle in his hand. And as Kezia told, she had a nightmare. She had often nightmares, and that day also she had nightmare. Same old nightmare, which was the butcher. Butcher means who is cutting the meats with a knife and rope, and he has a knife and rope. Butcher means who cut the meat. That person called butcher. And she is imagining like that. It was the same old nightmare who came nearer. That person, the butcher, came nearer to her, smiling that dreadful smile. While she could not move, she was not able to move. Because she was slept. She had a nightmare while sleeping. While she could not move, could only stand still, crying out. She cried. She shouted loudly, Grandma, Grandma. She woke shivering to see father beside her bed. When she woke up, she saw her father beside her bed with a candle in his hand. What is the matter? He asked. Her father asked to Kezia, what's happened? What is the matter? Oh, a butcher, a knife. I want Granny. Kezia said, a butcher, a knife, and I want Granny. I want grandmother. She told to her father. He blew out the candle. He blew out the candle, bent down and caught up the child in his arm. He bent down and take up the Kezia in his hand, crying her along the passage to the big bedroom. He is carrying her. Kezia's father was carrying her with his bedroom. He brought him in her bedroom. A newspaper was on the bed. He put away the paper, then carefully tucked up the child. Tuck up means covered up nicely in bed. Kezia's father brought her in his bedroom, and he put her on the bed and covered herself with a blanket. He lay down beside her. He also slept beside her, half asleep still with the butcher smile all about her. It seemed, and she was same. She felt there was a butcher beside her. There is a butcher, and she felt its smile. The butcher smile. While sleeping, she was imagining. She saw the nightmare. It was repeated more times. She crept close to him. She crept close means she close to her father. She went to her father very close. Snuggled her head under his arm, held tightly to his shirt. Kezia snuggled her head under his arm. Snuggle means here move into a warm, comfortable position close to another person. She was very close to her father, and his means here her father, she hold shirt tightly. Then the dark did not matter. She lay still. The dark did not matter, and she slept quietly. Here, rub your feet against my legs and get them warm, said father. Her father said to Kezia, you can rub your feet against my legs. Then you will get the warm. Tried out means she has done. She rubbed her palm on her father's feet. He slept before the little girl. A funny feeling came over her. While sleeping, she was slept along with her father, and she had a funny feeling. Funny feeling came in her mind. Poor father, she was thinking, her father is very poor, not so big. Whatever she has imagined, what she told before that, so big his father. After all, and with no one to look after him. After that, no one has looked after him. He was harder than grandmother, but it was a nice hardness. She is thinking about her father. She said, his father is very poor, not so big, and he is look after me. With no one to look after him. Now nobody is look after him. He is take care of me. He is looking after me. Kezia was thought. His father is now take after her, look after her. He was harder than grandmother. Now he is taking care me than my grandmother. He is look after me than my grandmother. But it was nice, she told. It was nice, feeling to her hardness. And every day he had to work and was too tired to be a Mr. MacDonald. Here, Kezia thought about her father. What she thought? She thought he had to work. Kezia's father has to do more work and was too tired. He is getting too tired to be Mr. MacDonald. Than the Mr. MacDonald, he is not free. He is doing work continuously. So he is getting tired. She had torn up all his beautiful writing. She stared suddenly and sighed. Here, she thought. She remembered. What she remembered? She had torn all his beautiful writing. She has torn his important papers. She stared suddenly. Then she understood and sighed. Means here she breathed out loudly. Means breathing. What's the matter? Asked her father. Another dream? Her father asked KGF. What is the matter? Why are you sighing? Why are you breathing loudly? Another dream? Oh, said little girl. Little girl said, oh, my head's on your heart. And my head's on your heart. I can hear it's going. My head on your heart. That's why I can hear your heart's sound. I can hear your heart. It's going. It's running. It's beating. What a big heart you have got. She's telling, what a big heart you have got, father. Father dear. And she told her to father, you have got big heart, dear father. Almost she understood her father's nature. Whenever the difficult situation happened, most of the peoples come together because they understood we should have to help in critical situation. And KJ has imagined about her father. It was wrong. She understood her father is very wonderful person. He wanted to teach her good manners, good things, not to touch any things that was not belongs to her. Students, I hope you understood this lesson, the little girl. Okay, till after bye.